Mr. Trouble never hangs around when he hears this mighty sound.
Here I come to save the day.
That means that Mighty Mouse is on the way. Yes, sir, when there is a wrong to right, Mighty Mouse will join the fight. On the sea or on the land, he gets the situation well in hand.
So though we are in danger, we never despair, 'cause we know that where there's danger, he is there.
He is there on the land, on the sea, in the air. We're not worrying at all. We're just listening for his call.
Here I come to save the day.
That means that Mighty Mouse is on the way. We're not worrying at all. We're just listening for his call.
Here I come to save the day.
That means that Mighty Mouse is on the way.
Elevenish.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing? It is 11 o'clock ish. Problems with Blab again this morning. I'm not quite sure what the deal is with Blab, but like the record button's gone again. Like whoever does these updates over the weekend, either you're smoking crack, having too much coffee or too much beer, but whenever you mess around with the system, like you break something. You've literally broke the theme again. So the record button is now vanished. Even from starting a new Blab, there is no record button that I can see. It does all the question stuff. It looks like the question things have been formatted differently. So I think somebody's played around with the template theme at Blab HQ and they've accidentally left the record button off, because I had a scheduled Blab, which I actually scheduled this morning. So I guess whatever has been changed would have been definitely over the weekend, because I only scheduled that this morning. It wasn't like there for the last week or anything, which we've seen problems before in the past. Anyway, I don't know why I'm doing bug reports for Blab. Good morning anyway. It is Monday the 23rd of November. Oh my god, like literally now, like the weeks are flying by. The last 2 weeks have gone so quick. I knew November was going to be quick, but like 23 days in November. Can you remember the 1st of November? Can you remember going, oh my god, Christmas is coming really soon? Oh my god, like I've got to be ready for Christmas. Boom, December. Have some of that. How do you feel about that? Like literally, that's how it feels. Oh, I've unlocked the seat. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Unlock that seat again. Yeah, so a few things I wanted to update today. If you haven't seen the press release yet, it is here, which is at smarturl.it/NYC trip-press release. Why did I do it such a long URL? The whole idea of a short URL is to be short, right? New York, I should have just like gone on for like a whole sentence, paragraph maybe. NYC trip-press release. If you haven't seen it yet, go and look at it. Megan did that. Literally, I gave Megan a link to how to write a press release, and an hour later it was done. It was like awesome. So that's what we're doing in New York City on the 6th to the 13th of December. So do check that out. We're going to be going across the whole of New York City, and I'm not quite sure where yet. We've got one particular place, and that seems to be the biggest place in the whole of New York, and I'm hoping that when we go there, it'll splinter off and we'll get contacts at other places. And if we get referrals from that woman to other places, that will make the process easier. So it's kind of like by the seat of your pants kind of thing. Also, I put up a new blog post. It's on my personal site, but I'm moving everything over to the Team Humble site, which I'll get onto in a minute because I've been working on that over the weekend. But smarturl.it day 13 is day 13's blog post. Every day I've wrote a blog post leading up to it, just to kind of have the background process of what's going on in my mind as we build up to the final days of travelling. And I like the idea of building momentum and buzz as well by sort of keeping people reminded what we work towards and what we managed to do in literally 30 days. We managed to raise nearly £2,000 in 30 days for us to get there as a team to then go and volunteer in the city. I know it seems a bit backwards. Why wouldn't you just like donate the money to the actual place? But I think actually going there and creating value on the ground and recording it and streaming it and putting it back out. I'm desperate to know like how many meals per day they serve. I'm desperate to know how many public Wi-Fi access points there are across the city, and if there's like digital training places where people who are homeless or digitally nomadic can go to, and what is the access like there. So there's a bunch of questions that I've got. Yeah, so we'll get on to the other thing as well, is that the Team Humble site is up, teamhumble.org. I've been working on it over the weekend. It's not completely finished yet, but there's a bunch of stuff on there that I'm particularly proud of that I worked on this morning. One of them is a mashup, which if you go to teamhumble/mashup, then it's like a tab-based thing. I'm not quite sure how it works on mobile yet because I haven't tested it on mobile. But we've got like a map tracker, and the map tracker allows you to track where we are in New York. But the idea. Woo! Should have done that because I forgot I embedded the blab in there as well. So like that page, so it's teamhumble/mashup. You've got like a blab embed in there, you've got a map embed in there, you've also got a appearing room that you can join, and then on the final thing you've also got a live feed from a Slack channel on our Slack, but only one channel, which is the public channel. So certain people have to get invited to that particular channel to be able to broadcast in it, but it's a way of the general public being able to get updates from us on that website without being in our Slack, because we're actually setting up a membership system for people to join into our Slack and be in certain channels and stuff. And so yeah, I've just been playing around really, and I feel like it's in good shape. I've tried to make it as responsive as possible and also kind of lightweight. I don't want it to be sort of data hungry, because the idea is that we're going to be imparting a bunch of information on there, how to use digital tools if you're digitally nomadic or homeless but can get on public Wi-Fi in a local library. So there's going to be teaching things in there, materials to help people basically traverse the digital web, not kind of social media like, oh, you should have this, but literally hard and fast facts, tips, life hacks kind of things. In basically survival. That's kind of what Team Humble was all about. When I first started with the idea of Team Humble, probably about 2 months ago, I had it because I started it because I sat on a blab for like 7 hours, and I thought, yeah, this is cool, but like it's not really sustainable for me to just sit on here 6 or 7 hours a day. But I really like the people that I was sitting with, so I was sitting here with my fractured wrist like strapped up like this, thinking, you know, like I can only do so much. I've literally got my sort of one hand sitting in a caravan, and I'm like, I can't do my pots, I can't do this. It was really frustrating, and it got me thinking about other people at the other end of a web browser watching or engaging in video chat and periscopes and all that stuff, and wondering like how we can virtually help and assist people. So Team Humble came about really from the idea of, you know, I don't mind spending 6 or 7 hours in a chat room or 3 or 4 hours in a chat room with people, but we should work on something collaboratively and collectively and virtually. And the whole wisdom of the crowds really sort of appealed to me. Right, a few other things I need to update about. I've got some 11ish notes today, can you believe that? So the map, blab, appearing, public Slack, that's all in. XCOM Global, xcomglobal.com, I've got to send an email to them today in a structure, but they have said that they will help us out with the data for our 4G LTE MiFi while we're in New York, which is huge because it means we don't have to go searching around for SIMs and data and messing around with phones. We can literally just fire up that MiFi, get data to like 5 people at once, which covers us all really. Hoping to get 2 MiFi devices in case we splinter up and go to 2 different groups, because I know I'm very focused on going and helping out at the soup kitchens, and I know the girls are as well, and William is as well. But I think also the girls it's the first time they've ever been to New York City, so I feel like they will probably want to go and do stuff as well, which, you know, I'm totally like down for. But I think just for security, peace of mind, that I know that they've got connectivity would be awesome. So trying to get 2, definitely got 1. We're doing some work with them in terms of doing courses about MiFi, and we're going to put that on Udemy. I'm going to partner up, so it's going to be like a affiliate share thing between us and XCOM Global, which is cool. I've been charging all my batteries, the batteries that I normally take with me when I'm on the ground at events. I've been like charging the crap out of those. So it's things like this. These are really good. I don't know if you've ever seen these. These are the Power Monkeys, the Power Monkey range. They're really kind of, you can't see anything. They're really rugged. They're kind of like rubberized and stuff, and they're waterproof. And it's got a really nifty thing that you kind of have to touch it and slide to turn it on. And then there's also a There's also a solar input on the top, so you can run a solar panel on it. Not that I'm taking a solar panel this time, because I'm pretty sure in December it's not going to be that solar hungry. Team Humble's site obviously is live. I'm still working on the site. The iOS app, I've been working on the iOS app as well. There's 3 different versions of the iOS app. You can have like this really basic version going up to this like pro version. The pro version costs about £30 a month, and with the £30 a month you get unlimited push notifications, which I think we would find very useful, even though I don't want to be pushing to people all the time. Probably for big stuff, when we do live events, or when we're together, or when we're going to do stuff on Periscope from the soup kitchens. I think that would be worthy of a push notification. But with the top end package, you get the ability to put the iOS app and put it on the Android store. I'm not sure about Windows Phone or anything like that yet, but should have the iOS app done by the end of the week, all being well. I mean, at the moment, I'm trying to format everything because it requires the graphics to be done in a certain way. So it's kind of a lot of time, but you know, I've got a bit of time on my hands. From now till the 1st of December, I'm just going to be working hardcore on the stuff, on all the stuff for Team Humble. But we're getting there. We are totally getting there. What else? Kirby updates. So I've installed the Kirby updates 2.2.1, and that seems to work flawlessly. I was really happy that actually got done without breaking anything. So that's actually come together really nicely. Also, I wanted to tell you about a little app. If you have a laptop, thing I've been playing with last few days called Endurance app, and you get like a 7 days trial, and the 7 days trial like allows you to use all the features. Really good if you've got a laptop and you're constantly in cyber cafes or coffee shops and you don't want to take your battery charger with you, or it's too cumbersome or too big, or you forgot it. This gets you about 20% more power out of your battery because it adjusts various settings on your computer, slows the CPU down, takes the brightness down on the screen, etc, etc. So check it out, enduranceapp.com. I'm not quite sure if it's worthy of the money, but it's definitely good if you're trying to save battery power and you're working in a coffee shop. The last 3 things today, I'm working on some Udemy playlists as well today, because obviously it's Black Friday. My course is up, smarturl.it/advocate. It's on discount at the moment, so if you're interested in learning how to be a brand advocate, all the stuff that I used to do in 2006 to 2010, go and grab that. 67 lectures, like 5 hours of content on there, and a cross section of different areas, from web tools to there's all sorts of stuff in there. If you look on my Twitter stream, twitter.com/Phil Campbell, you'll see a few people who have taken the course, and they're getting through the sections. And I know Elizabeth is looking really forward to the web tools bit, which I really worked hard on that one. There's like 13 lectures in that particular web tools. So that's smarturl.it/advocate. So I'm making the Udemy playlist today. I'm also working on a side project, but I haven't got the video locked down yet. I've got the music score for it, which is sort of, you know, a public public domain music, so I can use it. And I haven't got the video locked down yet, but once I've got the video locked down, all it's going to be is a case of changing certain words in it, and I've got 2,000 of those videos to do to put on YouTube. I'm not going to tell you any more of that. Just know that even if those videos only got 1 view per day, it will be worthwhile. And I will go into the reason, the rationale behind that once I've got it up and running, because it's quite a process. I think it's probably going to take till March, probably February, March, to get it all done. I might be able to sprint at it over Christmas when I get back from New York, and maybe spend 2 weeks on just cranking those out daily, maybe sort of 50 or 100 of them daily, but it's going to take a while to get them all done. And yeah, otherwise I'm trying to get rid of some kit. I'm trying to get rid of this Blackmagic Intensity I've got, which is an input in a natty little box, which is a little input device for Thunderbolt, which looks a little bit like that Blackmagic design. It's Udemy inputs. It's HDMI inputs via Thunderbolt, and you can basically bring in any HDMI device into your Mac and broadcast it out. I've also got my GoPro Hero 3 Black Edition for sale. I've also got this little Euros, which is a little device from Finland, which I bought in the hope that I would have been travelling by now, but it didn't work out like that. But this device holds, I can't open it, this device holds 10 sims in here, so you can have sims for different countries, and you can just travel through different countries, so France, Spain, wherever you're going to go to, you know, Germany, whatever. And what they do is they send you different SIM cards that you put in it. You can even put your own SIM cards in for your own country. So when you're in your own country, it just uses those for free. But then when you travel into, say you jump on a plane and power this up when you get to the other side in Spain, it will go through all the SIMs, find the Spanish one, and it will allow you to get on the internet there. So if you're not even just a business traveller, but if you're somebody who uses the internet a lot or needs it, mission critical like business, I'm also selling that. I haven't put a price on it yet, but I will be getting rid of it today. I think that's it. I just need to... Sorry that there's no recording on Blab today, but it looks like they've removed the actual feature to be able to record. Let me just double check how far along I am. I can't even see my recording thing. There it is. 15 minutes. That will do today. Normally it's a 20-minute catch up. 11ish is more about kind of a post-it note, creative post-it note in the middle of the morning, mainly because most people start at 9 o'clock and then they get through to like 11 o'clock and they have, in the UK especially, 11s. And I wanted to kind of have that like creative stop point in my morning so I can review as to what I've done so far and then spend the next hour just finishing off bits before lunch. And yeah, that's it really. Keep an eye on teamhumble.org. Lots more updates coming on that. And I will catch up with you tomorrow. See you later. Bye.